everyone, it's Andy again, and this video is more of an update instead of a gameplay, but I'm gonna be playing the game Survivors as a distraction while I talk, because I haven't played this game in forever, and it updated like 2 times when I tried to play it. So anyways, I came to explain why I haven't been active, and yeah, because usually I try and upload videos at least every week on my channel and this channel, but sometimes it's kind of longer on this channel. Sometimes I do every 2 weeks, but yeah, basically I haven't really been posting any videos and the reason is I haven't really talked about it online at all, really. Well, I haven't really brought up the reason that's leading to what's happened. And basically I have to start from the beginning, and there's zombies over there, and you're supposed to be a distraction. Anyways, so it started in 2016. So in 2016, my mom had a sharp pain in her side, and it only happened the one time, and it didn't happen again. So because she felt that sharp pain and it wasn't a normal thing, she went to the hospital. And when she went to the hospital, her friend took her, her best friend took her, and me and my brother stayed home because we didn't really think anything of it at the time. We just didn't know, we didn't really know what it would be, but we didn't think it was like anything serious and she would be home soon. So I don't remember if we did visit her at the hospital or not the time, because that time when she was at the hospital she didn't stay very long. So if we did visit her, it was only like one time, and then she came home. And then when she came home, she told us what it was, basically what happened. So basically when she went into the, what you want to call it, into the hospital, the doctor took a look at her and they did like an x-ray or something, an ultrasound, I don't know what exactly, but basically they said that there's a cyst in her on her ovary, so they would do surgery on it and take it out. And then she said that when she woke up, she thought everything was fine and the surgery was done. But when she woke up, the doctor came in and said she had to go to London for the rest of the surgery. And she was confused and goggly. And then I guess when she was more awake, she asked, when the doctor was in the room, she said, "Do I have cancer?" And the doctor nodded his head. And so we ended up going to London for surgery. Well, actually, we all did go to London. Like me, my brother, her best friend, and my 2 uncles. We were all packed in a van. So yeah, we went to London and she got the surgery, and London is a long drive, so me, my brother, and my mom's best friend stayed there for like 3 days in a hotel near the hospital, so we could visit her. And she stayed there for a while, and when she was leaving, the time when she was supposed to leave, we all went back to London in my uncle's van. And that's when the doctor sat down and talked to everyone to explain stuff, which I wasn't really listening to, because I wanted to believe what I wanted to believe. And so, when she came home, she had to do chemo. And then she finished chemo, and 2017 came by, and I think that's when like the chemo ended, near the beginning of 2017 or something. Or it ended like at the end of 2016. It was on there. I don't really remember. But then throughout 2017, she was fine. But then near the end of 2017, she wasn't feeling good again. And so at the beginning of 2018, she had to go through chemo again. She did. And then she was feeling sick. So like chemo stopped and that. And she wasn't like doing horrible, but she was okay. And at the beginning of December of 2018, she went to the hospital because she wasn't feeling good. And then they just sent her back home after a few days, saying she wasn't bad. Because, I don't know, they just sent her home after a few days when she was in the hospital, which wasn't a good idea. And then she, on the 22nd of December, she went back to the hospital. She went to ICU, but when the 22nd of December, she was admitted to ICU because it was more serious than what they thought. And so she was in ICU for a while, and then she went to a normal room at the hospital, and then she couldn't walk because in ICU they took away her water pill, because she takes a water pill and they took it away for her blood pressure to be normal. And then they gave her it back like when she left ICU and that. But because of that, her ankles, legs swelled up and she couldn't really walk. So she just had to lay in bed. And then because she couldn't walk, they're like, okay, let's have her do physical therapy, because that's the most logical thing to do, because she couldn't walk. And my mom told them she couldn't walk because water retention was in her legs because they took a water pill back in ICU, and they didn't listen. Literally, they didn't listen, and they just thought you need physical therapy and that. And she ended up going to the physical therapy because they kept saying it over and over, and it got annoying. So my mom's like, fine, I'll go. But she didn't need it because, water pill, water retention, logic, and then nurses, and they should know this thing, but apparently they don't. But then she went to physical therapy, and she was doing better than, being in the ICU. And then she was in ICU for a few days. Not ICU. She was in the physical therapy for a few days. So she was there, and then she felt sick after a few days being there, and so they sent her to back to the other hospital, back to ICU, because she wasn't feeling well. I think now it would be like in the beginning of January. I'm not sure the exact times, but I know she was in ICU near the beginning of January. That's when we opened our presents, in the beginning of January. And she opened her presents. After that, she ended up going to a room
in the hospital. And this was like later on. She was in a normal room and she was pretty much doing coloring the whole time. And she also got those therapeutic cards to color, which she made cards. Well, she didn't make cards, but she colored them. And then she was moved from the hospital to what the nurse told us where she was living, into palliative care. She was moved there at 2 p.m. on the 22nd, and then when we were there, and the nurse was explaining that this is the end of life care. And so after all that, we ended up leaving because we had to go home and that. And then at 4 in the morning, we got a call saying that my mom, like, was degrading or something. I don't know what was said exactly, because my brother answered the phone and then woke me up. So then he called my uncle, and my uncle drove me, my brother, and my brother's friend to the hospital. We got to the hospital and she was asleep. And then me and my brother went to her sides and held her hand. This is like the 23rd of January, and then we got there around, I think around like 4:35, around that time. I don't know exactly. But then and then at 8:46 a.m. I think it was when she passed away. And so at the moment I am packing because we're moving. After I move and like actually like settle down and like have everything unpacked, then I will start posting again, because I don't want to stop making gaming videos or out videos, because I like doing them both, and I will continue that. Oh yeah, and I want to point out about like this December, because I did post videos in December. They were actually pre-recorded like before December. I want to point out this video is going to be posted on my out and my gaming channel. Just bye.